Good afternoon. My name is Maarten Heybroek, Sector President. And together with Jenn Hart, the MD of our Beauty Effects business, we'd like to talk about the impact of sustainability on our markets and how we are convinced that Croda is well positioned to benefit from this. And we will also go into a bit more detail on 2 case studies. But let me first say a few things, how sustainability is surging in importance in the consumer markets. We're seeing that consumers are becoming increasingly demanding about the products they use and aware of the impact these products have on the planet and society. The last few years have seen a rise of the conscious consumers, predominantly millennials and Generation Z individuals. But these conscious consumers are taking firm steps every day to live in a way that is more conscious of environmental and ethical standards. The graph on the top left, taken from WWD, shows that buying sustainable products is a key element of their approach. 2019 research by the New York University Stern Center for Sustainable Business found very clear evidence that products marketed as sustainable are driving product and category growth across CPG categories. They found that sustainability marketed products grew 5.6 times faster than conventionally marketed products, and 3.3 times faster than the overall CPG market. Even though sustainability marketed products were only 16% of the market, they delivered more than half of the market growth. The personal care category is seeing strong growth in sustainability claims, as well as in the credibility and integrity of those claims. Mintel's global new product database has tracked a 56% growth in sustainability positioned launches in the last 5 years. Consumers want information about what they are buying so they can be sure that their purchases align with their principles. They want personal care products with ingredient integrity. And these conscious consumers are increasingly choosing purpose brands that define their reason for existence, usually in environmentally or socially conscious terms. The center graph shows 2020 trends for the beauty market. 3 out of the top 6 areas to consider identify that products must deliver around sustainable and ethical beauty. And one very prominent expression of this has been a massive shift towards vegan claims for the personal care products. By 2025, the global vegan cosmetics market is forecasted to exceed $20 billion. And the final important trend to mention is clean beauty. As the Washington Post reported, everyone agrees that clean beauty is a big thing these days, but there's less agreement about what exactly the phrase means. Generally, clean beauty incorporates elements of safety, simplicity, and transparency. The US retailer Target gives their clean badge to products that don't contain certain ingredients from a list that they have defined. Ingredients that are permitted to be used but have been subject to discussion of their safety. And our customers are responding to all of this by adjusting their portfolios, increasingly by building or acquiring purpose brands. For example, Unilever acquired Seventh Generation, Beiersdorf acquired the brand Stop the Water While Using Me, and also launched a green line under the Nivea banner called Natural Balance with 99% of the ingredients from natural origin. And L'Oreal recently acquired Logos Naturkosmetik, a German natural brand with vegan, bio-certified and organic ingredients. Some of the well-known brand owners have developed very extensive sustainability programs with ambitious and well-thought-through science-based targets. And here you see a few examples of some of the leading companies in our space. I've just selected a few items from their programs. L'Oreal has said that by 2030, it will use at least 95% bio-based ingredients or ingredients from green chemistry and has set a target for reduction in greenhouse gas emissions from their suppliers. Natura strive towards net zero carbon emissions by 2030 throughout their entire value chain, from extraction of raw materials to packaging disposal. And Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan is well known and one of the first and most ambitious sustainability programs. They recently announced new targets for their home care business and are now busy reformulating their products with bio-based or green chemistry-derived ingredients. Henkel wants all formulations to be fully biodegradable by 2030. Now, while some of these dates sound far away, meeting these targets means that our customers need to act now and start changing their formulations to use more sustainable ingredients. Our customers are going well beyond regulatory requirements because their end customers, the consumers, are putting them forward. Rules are changing, but consumers and the brands they are rewarding are changing much faster. And all of this has changed what our customers need. Only a few years ago, our conversations with our customers were heavily dominated by what the ingredient does, its performance effect, or how it feels, or its texture. But in recent years, performance is still important, but the balance is shifting more towards what the ingredient is, its origin, purity information, certifications such as vegan, halal, or Cosmos, and increasingly important, how biodegradable the ingredient is. So our customers are ambitious and want to move fast towards their stretching targets, but in order to meet several of them, they must rely on their suppliers like Croda being in a position to provide them what they need. An important aspect of clean beauty is simplicity. Conscious consumers expect a product uses no more ingredients than it really needs. This slide highlights a piece of work one of our formulations groups did to take a 45 ingredient commercial product and create a 14 ingredient alternative with similar look, feel and functionality. This kind of work is popular with customers adopting clean beauty positioning. The other item on this slide is an extract from our content design specifically for indie brands, advising them about how to incorporate sustainability into their brand. And we're seeing very good engagement with this kind of content. And Croda is already well underway to deliver on this sustainability trend. The beauty formulation portfolio benefits from the new range of bio-based eco-surfactants from the Atlas Point site that Julia spoke about earlier. And the beauty effects business is home to our sustainable sun protection products, which Jenn will tell you more about. And Sederma and its sister company Croda are sourcing more ingredients from natural sources, using ethical partnerships with the growers and developing products made by plant stem cell cultures to avoid harvesting plants in the natural environment, where they may be protected or competing with food for land. Let me now hand over to Jenn, who will tell you more about how our personal care business is helping our customers succeed with sustainability.
Thanks, Maarten, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jenn Hart, Managing Director of our Beauty Effects business, one of the 3 subdivisions within our personal care business. As Maarten's described, the acceleration and breadth of sustainability demands in consumer industries, especially personal care, is formidable. Croda has been responding to this trend for years. We've got the track record and the intellectual property to help our customers succeed. In the personal care industry, Croda has long been seen as a sustainability leader, and over the years we've been recognised externally for our sustainability credentials and leadership position on specific matters. Just last month we held an online event, our Digital Sustainability Conference, which attracted almost 4,000 unique visitors. Between them, they accessed the content over 10,000 times. The event cemented our position as a leader on this topic. And I want to talk about 5 ways in which we're helping our customers to succeed. Firstly, Croda is known for our bio-based portfolio, something that really sets us apart from most of our competitors. Our eco-surfactants made at our Atlas Point site in North America and derived from bioethanol will help to further improve our figures, but more importantly, will help our customers to achieve their goals for bio-based formulations. Of course, it isn't enough for our ingredients to come from renewable sources. We pay careful attention to the way that the renewable resources are obtained. Our long-standing commitment to certified sustainable palm oil continues and is complemented by ethical sourcing initiatives for an increasing proportion of our raw materials. Our innovation hub at Sederma in France recently passed an audit as a first step towards their membership of the Union of Ethical Biotrade. Another of our French groups, Croda, our botanical experts, recently launched a banana flour ingredient for which the raw material comes through a direct win-win partnership with farmers in the Mayotte Islands in the Indian Ocean. Our focus on ethical sourcing will enable us to help our customers to achieve their sourcing targets. And again, it isn't enough for us to only consider the raw materials in their sourcing. Our focus on sustainable manufacturing continues that good work. As Julia explained earlier, all of our sites have stretching targets that are meaningful to their specific activities. A current focus in our Beauty Actives business is reducing the greenhouse gas emissions associated with production of our active ingredients and extracts. Our focus here will help customers to achieve their aims relating to their backward supply chains. As we offer our bio-based, ethically sourced and sustainably manufactured ingredients to our customers, we're doing so with increasing transparency on a vast and ever-increasing array of product information. Our ingredient transparency enables customers to proceed with confidence in their product developments. And of course, being Croda, we're certainly not satisfied just to do all of this for today's portfolio of ingredients. Innovation is always our priority, and the sustainability bar we place on innovation is rising. Attention to the 12 principles of green chemistry has recently been replaced by a more stringent set of sustainable innovation guidelines, directly referencing our 2030 goals and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Our innovations might be sustainable in terms of how we make them, as in the case of our biotechnology-based plant cell culture portfolio, or they might be about sustainable benefits in use. For example, in our Beauty Effects business, we have projects seeking to find ways of reducing greenhouse gas emissions associated with hair products used in consumers' homes. We're also driving our solar protection agenda, which I'll go into more detail on shortly. A few minutes ago, Maarten showed examples of sustainability targets from Henkel, Natura, L'Oréal and Unilever. I'm now going to focus in for a moment on L'Oréal, who've published a lot of detail about their broad and ambitious sustainability goals. As you can see on this slide, the 5 areas of activity we are driving at Croda match up beautifully with L'Oréal's goals and behaviours. Our increasingly bio-based portfolio can help them to reach the 95% they want in their formulations. Our ethical sourcing focus can help L'Oréal to achieve confidence in 100% sustainable sourcing. Our sustainable manufacturing can contribute to their target to halve emissions among their strategic suppliers. Their keen interest in these matters is already driving a big increase in communication around product details. 3/4 of the way through this year, we already handled many more detailed ingredient questionnaires from L'Oréal than they sent in the whole of last year. Finally, our sustainable innovation can help L'Oréal to achieve targets such as their desire to enable 25% reduced emissions when their products are used by consumers. And I want to move on to our solar protection case study. The incidence of sun-induced skin cancer around the world is terrifying, and it's especially sad when so much is known about how to prevent it. A popular means of effective protection is the use of a personal care product with an SPF, that's a sun protection factor. Today's safety-conscious consumers are looking for the best and safest sunscreens and formulations that are elegant enough for them to wear daily. That has meant that they're increasingly looking for mineral sunscreen actives, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which are the only sunscreen actives formally categorised as safe by the US FDA. Conscious consumers are also interested in mineral sunscreens for their natural origin, and also as reef-safe claims become more prominent. More on that in a moment. United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3, Good Health and Well-being, includes a specific target about reducing mortality from non-communicable diseases, of which skin cancer is a prime example. At Croda, as part of our commitment, we're working towards protecting 60 million people from the risk of sun-induced skin cancer through the use of our solar protection ingredients. We're working hard to expand and grow our industry-leading range of mineral sunscreen actives and the sister products in the range, boosters, which are used alongside them to optimise their protective activity. You'll see that I've also mentioned on this slide our climate positive activities, focusing on decreasing our greenhouse gas emissions and innovating to avoid carbon emissions further down the supply chain. If you bear with me a moment, I will come back and explain why I've mentioned those here. The market for solar protection is a growing one, and as mentioned a moment ago, the industry is turning towards mineral actives. We've seen a dramatic shift in mineral-only claims in recent years, and that shift is accelerating. The front cover of this month's edition of a leading industry magazine proposed 3 strategies for mitigating maskne, a type of skin trouble that's associated with the wearing of these lovely masks. The 3 strategies were hand hygiene, anti-acne care, and mineral sunscreens. As the industry turns towards mineral sunscreens, they're very much turning towards Croda due to our unmatched heritage in this topic going back decades. Our activities today involve ongoing innovation of our well-known technologies, new industry partnerships to expand our portfolio, and disruptive innovation projects in research. As we strive to meet our 60 million lives target, we remain conscious of the other sustainability aspects associated with our solar protection technology. I've already mentioned that there's currently much talk in the industry of reef-safe claims. Some chemical UV filters, the alternatives to mineral filters like ours, have started to be banned in some geographies because of coral damage concerns. Mineral filters like ours stand to gain from this, and we are supporting our customers with reformulation work. But we also know that this is quite literally a drop in the ocean. The bigger threat to coral reefs comes from rising sea temperatures. And so our work across the Croda Group as a whole to become climate positive is critical side by side with our people positive focus on solar protection. This video will tell you more about how we're advancing in solar protection.
Our challenge. 2 to 3 million cases of skin cancer occur globally every year. The main cause is excess sun exposure. Climate change is adding to the problem. The World Health Organization estimates that just a 10% reduction in the ozone layer could generate 300,000 additional cases globally. Sunscreens are part of the answer. Regular daily use of an SPF 15 or higher sunscreen reduces the risk of melanoma by 50%. Croda's Solarveil mineral sunscreen active ingredients are amongst the safest sunscreens available. All regulatory bodies globally approve titanium dioxide and zinc oxide as UV filters at levels up to 25% active, the highest permitted use level of any sunscreen active. Some other types of UV filters are believed to cause coral bleaching and have been banned in some parts of the world. Croda's solar protection priorities are clear. As innovators in solar protection, we have a responsibility to protect consumer health through optimal levels of protection. We also have a responsibility to protect planetary health. Croda is committed to being people positive by 2030. We will protect at least 60 million people annually from potentially developing skin cancer from harmful UV rays through the use of our solar protection ingredients. Our global reach means that we can combine the power of innovation of our partners, our acquisitions, and our internal teams. Working together, we can create a better future.
Advancement in high protection sunscreen formulations, which cater for diverse skin tones and offer sensory benefits that encourage daily use, are vital in helping to protect consumers from skin cancer. Here at Croda Singapore, we are passionate about formulation technology and have a responsibility to play our part in future formulation innovation.
Techno Materials has been developing and manufacturing of safe, green and innovative specialty particle materials since 2008. I am delighted that our achievements in advanced particle science has attracted the interest of Croda. They are not only excellent R&D and commercial partners, but because our businesses both combine scientific excellence with integrity and a strong sense of responsibility. Through this partnership, together, I strongly believe that we can create a better future.
The focus on sustainable solutions to solar protection has never been greater than it is today. And as one of Croda's more recent acquisitions, it's important to the Nautilus team that we bring modern marine biotech innovation to bear on such a critical component of the personal care market. Within Nautilus, we have the expertise, truly state-of-the-art infrastructure, and our unique marine microbial collection that is our sustainable genetic resource to turn these goals into reality.
Working together, we can help create a better future. Croda is committed to being climate positive by 2030. Croda sunscreen manufacturing sites source 100% renewable electricity. The carbon footprint associated with all Croda manufacturing sites will be reduced by half by 2030. We will achieve our science-based target by reducing our emissions in line with limiting global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees C. We are committed to protecting the world we live and work in, and to using our solar protection technology to protect at least 60 million people annually from potentially developing skin cancer. Protecting people and the planet is our goal, and, working together, we will use our global reach to make this happen. Smart science to improve lives.
The second case we like to present is from Performance Technologies. What we like to show you is about an important consumer-driven change in the fabric softeners market. You may have seen some of the new Unilever TV ads for the pre-launch of the new Comfort. In the ad, they're talking about benefits like brighter colors and new for longer, which are very new claims in the fabric softener market. And up till recently, fabric softeners were mainly about softness and a carrier for a fragrance. But now new products are launched that are all about care for clothing. And very much like in personal care, we're seeing beauty brought to fabric, for instance with claims on sensorial benefits. And Unilever is not the only one. Our cold-tight technology, that is made from natural raw materials, is an important enabler for several of these claims. It does that by protecting fibers during the wash. But in addition to bring care and beauty to garments, cold-tight also brings significant sustainability benefits. First of all, cold-tight is replacing non-biodegradable, non-bio-based ingredients like silicones. And next to that, cold-tight is proven by an independent third party to extend the life of garments. In the UK, 6 out of 10 garments end up in landfill within a year after purchase. As you probably know, manufacturing of clothes is one of the more polluting industries in the world, with high levels of chemicals and water being used. So extending the life of garments can prevent replacements of garments. 10% of clothes are thrown away because of wear. So by using cold-tight in the fabric softener, we have worked out that almost 20 kilograms of clothes manufacturing is avoided for every 1 kilogram of cold-tight used. And this in turn leads to very significant carbon emissions and water usage avoidance from less clothes manufacturing. So cold-tight is an innovative, mainly bio-based ingredient that brings new consumer as well as sustainability benefits to fabric conditioners. And we're in advanced stages of development with several brand owners and expecting significant growth of cold-tight sales over the next 2 to 3 years as these products come to the market. And I'd now like to show a short video that further explains how this all works. Let me finish this session by a very short wrap-up. I hope you have seen how conscious consumers are driving change in the industry, demanding more sustainable products with ingredient integrity. To meet consumers' expectations, our customers have set ambitious targets that tend to go well beyond targets set by regulators. This trend towards more sustainable products presents a significant revenue opportunity for Croda, since we have a head start on the competition and we're leading the way in sustainable innovation. Thank you.